Season is complete. Big congrats to the team. Find a way to knock down 14 of them. Obviously, it's very, very hard to win in this league, and for us to go out and win 14 says a lot about, players, staff, personnel, everybody that's put everything in it, really the whole entire organization. But with that, we kind of turn over a new leaf. Record doesn't really matter anymore. Everyone's 0-0, and with that, it's good to know that we kind of earned that opportunity last week, regardless of how the result ended up going out there in Detroit. But to be able to have that experience of kind of feeling and getting a sense of what the playoffs is really is about to be about, it's something that you can't really take away. Hostile environment. You can kind of feel it just kind of in the building, and we put ourselves in that position and really kind of earn that right to get that somewhat playoff experience, almost kind of like a free playoff game in a way to where, we're not eliminated. So obviously not a result that we wanted, but still a positive for us to kind of be able to get that experience. So with that, turn over a new leaf, get the opportunity to go play kind of a common opponent who we've seen before, and get ready to go out to L.A.
Matt, how are you feeling about Will after the miss and the shank kickoff?
Yeah, I feel great. I still feel great. I got the utmost confidence in this guy. He's been through it all, the ups and downs. He always responds the right way, and I know he'll do that coming up. And I told him, that's the reason why we selected this guy is because we know in the biggest and highest of pressure moments he's going to step up. He's got that don't blink, don't flinch mentality, and he holds himself to such a high standard that when things don't go his way, he finds a way to kind of dig down deep, and just find a way to grind it out, and he's going to be in a good place. We just got to make sure we keep attacking and understand what the process look like, maintain that's kind of process over results mindset, and just get ready to get back to it. Just more reps, more time on task is kind of the biggest thing.
For the kickoff, did he say what happened there with the miss hit?
Yeah, it was just a miss hit. He was just trying to pound the ball, and it was kind of really same that happened versus Green Bay, the way he's trying to hit it, to the back of the end zone, really kind of bang it out right there. He just ended up mishitting it, so it just kind of went. He ended up hitting like the right outside pound on the football, and so it kind of really hit his heel, and that kind of caused it to kind of come off the wrong way. It just ended up being a miss hit. Obviously, it was just a poor timing with it being 20 seconds left. They got one timeout. We basically gifted them 3 points. That's on us, and that just can't happen. That just can't happen. And he knows and understands, and so we got to get that corrected.
As far as just the punt return this year, your yards per return are toward the bottom of the league. I mean, why do you think that unit kind of hasn't taken off this year?
It can be a lot of different things. We got somebody like, Brandon Powell, who's very aggressive. Sometimes maybe there's instances where he's, catching it when maybe he should fair catch it, gunner's in his face, or a lot of times you get it to where punters are kind of starting to play us a little bit differently, where they're not banging it as far, and we're starting to get more balls that are 42 yards, and we can kind of get antsy back there to where we're not getting many looks, and especially with BP being just such an aggressive guy. He's a smart decision maker, but at the same time he's going to be aggressive, looking to return any and everything that he can, just because of the ops that we're getting isn't quite as much as we want to. So it's a blend of a lot of things that kind of go into it. Obviously, penalties can kind of come into effect, and when you do get one, it gets called back due to a block in the black or a possible holding call. But yeah, it's a lot of factors that can kind of go into why you kind of end up the numbers are what they are. It can be a little bit deceiving at times. You look at it from a field position battle. Are we maximizing it from that standpoint versus being able to go hit these big returns? So yeah.
Was there a slight delay before the 51 by?
Yeah, so that was interesting. So we get lined up, and again, that can kind of hinder a kicker's process a little bit. So it's almost kind of like it was somewhat of an icing situation in a way. So Will kind of got set up. We were good. The ball's about to get snapped. The officials end up holding it to move the ball up, actually. So the ball got moved up like half a yard, and so we kind of had to reset everything. And but again, that can't be an excuse of why we ended up missing it. But they did end up moving the ball, and so we had to kind of reset everything.
Like a replay
replay assist reason, or why?
Yeah, replay assist. Yep. It was a replay assist, so they felt like the ball was further than what it was. They spotted it. They spotted it wrong.
There's only a half-yard difference.
If that. Might have been a 6 inches, if that. It was.
Does that really make a difference in that situation?
I don't know. Kevin, I don't know. That's what they did. They moved the ball. You know, we were set. Officials, they held the play. They moved the ball up 6 inches, half a yard, whatever you want to consider it. So we had to kind of reset and redo everything all over again. So, yeah, but again, you know, that can't be an excuse of why we.
You reset the play clock. Though.
Yep, they reset the play block. Yep, reset the play clock, and you know, reset and did everything all over again. So again, you know, that can't be a reason why we ended up missing that right there. But you know, that is what happened. Though. So.
In that game, Josh Metellus making a few plays as a pass rusher. His season as a whole kind of followed up last year and built on that. I guess I'm curious what you saw from him this year, still contributing on your side with where he's grown as part of the defense.
Yeah, for sure. And I think you look at it, you know, Josh continues to progress in the right way and really keep finding weaknesses within his own game, or how can he prioritize certain things and improve even on the strengths, improve on his weaknesses. And, you know, he's been a guy that Flo likes to blitz a lot. And so really during the offseason, you know, a focus of his was really figuring out, you know, how can he win versus backs? You know, how can we defeat backs one-on-one situations? How can we defeat tight ends on one-on-one situations? And so that's something that he really locked in on footwork, non-wasted movement, no false steps when the ball does get snapped, having great BGO and kind of being this somewhat of an edge rusher, but also really improving on his man-to-man coverage, being more sticky in coverage, knowing, you know, a lot of the times Flo's going to match him up, you know, on premier tight ends in this league, and all he does is continue to work on his footwork, his eye progression, pad leverage, and with that you kind of see it show up, man. You know, that's the beauty of it, is when you put in so much work and you're able to see it all being executed on Sundays. Cool. Appreciate y'all.